The mind is a powerful weapon. Let's see how I can use it.
Doesn't matter if the sun goes down, we'll still be up, still be up. Don't care about the place we found, we'll still be up, still be up.
My name is Peter Finch and welcome down to the Quest Golf Academy. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for visiting. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my content. Like the video and please comment below. Is there any indoor drills that have worked for you in your game? Remember, if we all share, we will all improve together. And guys, if you did want to watch all these videos at the same time, there is a link in the description which will take you through to a playlist showing all of the videos. So if you did fancy a bit of a binge watch, they're available right now. In this video, we're going to be focusing on the mental game and how you can prepare yourself for golf by not even leaving your room. This is probably one of the most important videos in instruction you're going to watch as far as focusing and preparing yourself mentally for the challenges that you will face out on the golf course. So the first aspect of mental training that we are going to be looking at is visualizing certain shots. Now, the mental game is something that not a lot of people experiment with because a lot of people don't understand that the tools that they're using can help them in such a profound way. Now, visualization of certain shots, this is the example and this is the training that I want you to do. Now, you can do this in a kind of meditating type of pose as I was mockingly doing outside. You can do this lying in bed. You can do this on your way to work. Make sure you concentrate on your driving. But this is as simple as this. If you have a problem hole, start off small. So a problem hole at your golf course that you don't like to play. Try and visualize yourself very vividly. Try and imagine each shot as crystal clear as you can, actually performing very well on that hole. So hitting the shots that you want to, the ball flies how you want to. Now the whole reason for this is when you actually get to that hole, if you said to yourself enough, and you focus your mind hard enough on actually convincing yourself that you can play those good shots, then you will have a greater chance of playing those shots. It's as simple as that. It sounds a little bit fluffy. It sounds like it's almost too good to be true. But studies have shown time and time again that if you can visualize yourself performing a certain task in a certain way, the likelihood of that actually happening and becoming true is much greater. And if you want an example of how powerful this can be, just check out Gerald Coffey. Just type that into the internet, Just type that in there and check out his story about visualization and what a powerful tool it can be to improve performance, but also, well, to keep you sane. Now, the second exercise that you can try, this will take a little bit of planning, it will also take a little bit of work, and you may feel slightly silly doing it, but this is an example from one of the greatest players who ever lived, and Bob Rotella, one of the greatest sports psychologists in golf. Now, he tells a story of when Seve was playing in his first Masters. In the lead up to that event, a friend made him a tape, so an audio cassette. And within that tape, he recorded himself commentating on Seve's victory at Augusta. He did it in such vivid detail that Seve listened to it time and time and time again. And by the time he actually arrived at the tournament, he felt almost no pressure because he knew he was going to win. He'd visualized it and he'd heard it so often that he knew that he was going to turn up at one of the sternest tests in golf and triumph, because he'd already believed it so much because he'd listened to this tape so much. It was a type of brainwashing to actually convince himself so much of a thing that hadn't happened yet. And you can try this in a very small way. Just record yourself speaking to yourself if you don't want to be embarrassed and ask a friend to do it for you, about you performing a task that you really want to achieve. It might be breaking 90, it might be breaking 100, it doesn't matter. Remember, people by and large will become what they think of themselves. And if you convince yourself that you are a good golfer, for example, and that you can shoot a certain score, and you convince yourself to listen to this tape or whatever it may be time and time again, it will stand a greater chance of coming true. And the last mental exercise that I want you guys to try out is all about visualization. Not so much about playing a certain hole, but about how you're swinging the club and a technique that you may be struggling with. Now, this is an exercise that many of the best golfers do, and it's based on many studies about visualization. Now, if you can imagine yourself performing certain tasks, in this case the golf swing, What you can then do is actually start to tell the brain the actions and the movements that you want it to make. Now, I would recommend to try and do this exercise in conjunction with a golf instructor, so you have changes within your swing. To visualize that change, you're going to need video footage about you making that change, and then try and commit that to memory. And then before you go to sleep, try and simply imagine yourself swinging in slow motion to try and make those movements. You can also do this by basically closing your eyes, trying to imagine that feeling, and then going on to do a swing. So in your front room, in your study, wherever it may be. And if you can get that image, if you can get that picture in your mind clear enough about what you want your swing to look like, your brain will try and rearrange your body into the order that you desire. Now, with all these drills, guys, if you haven't done them before, that's absolutely fine. Not many people do. But they are based on science. They are not based on just wishful thinking. But visualization and work on the mental game is hard because you don't see instant results and it's not a physical action. So if you do want to try this, I would highly recommend it, but stick at it. Don't give up after a few sessions where your mind starts to wander. Remember, practice is, yes, physical, but it is also mental. If you want to improve your mental skills, you have to work on them with the same commitment and the same energy as you would with an actual swing change. So guys, thank you so much for watching this final video. And yes, this is all about indoor drills, but remember, it's about taking it from inside to outside. That is what this is all about, unless you are very much just a simulator golfer, which I hope you are. Remember, you need to get the walks in. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't watched all the videos and this is the first one you've seen of the indoor series, they're all available via a playlist in the description. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, like the video and share it around if you can, but also comment. What have you enjoyed about this series? Are there any indoor drills that you've tried that haven't been included that have helped you improve? I would love to know, and so would everyone else. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you down here next time.